everyone, I'm Pakaway and I'm the Director of the Technology Infrastructure at Primary Bank. Today, we'll be focusing on the risk management at Primary Bank. The outline of Primary Bank. So Primary Bank is a mid-sized privately held regional bank created from a merger 1 year ago between two smaller banks operating in adjacent regions. There are currently a total of 2,700 employees and an additional of 1,200 contractors. Business goals: to increase profitability in anticipation of an initial public offering (IPO) in the following year by executing the following strategy: increase non-interest bearing deposit and reduce operating costs. And this is my goals. My goal is to ensure network system is well maintained and function appropriately. From malfunction in operation to continuous running operation under speed recovery within acceptable level in the status of recovery. Provide consistent attention for customer utilizing the system. So for this risk assessment, we'll be using the qualitative approach. The qualitative approach consists of the Delphi technique. Delphi technique is a method which is structured communication technique or method originally developed as a systematic interactive forecasting method. Also brainstorming, interviewing, and risk map. Today, we'll be focusing on the top 3 risks. What we have here is distributed denial of service, internal threats, and lastly, artificial intelligence. Now let's look at the risk. The first risk we have is distributed denial of service. So also known as DDoS. So the DDoS attack is a malicious attempt to disrupt normal traffic of a targeted server, service, or network by overwhelming the target. Let's look at this scenario about DDoS. So in the recent years, PrimePoint Bank's profit has been moving in an upward trend perpetually. Meanwhile, Wuhan Res Bank is still struggling in the economy. In order to overcome its crisis, Wuhan Res Bank decides to pay a white hat hacker who is currently working for PrimePoint Bank, unhappily with the intention of causing major disruption of online banking service. The later grey hat hacker teamed up with Wuhan Res Bank submits a DDoS attack on every servers and managed to put PrimePoint Bank online banking service status to unavailable and affecting its business massively. Business impact. Bulletproof 2019 Annual Cybersecurity Report indicates that a DOS or DDoS attack could cost up to $180,000 for a small company or more than $2 million for an enterprise organization. The reality of probability have been indicated as highly likely. As shown, 2019 kicked off with a distributed denial of service attack up to 84% in the first quarter, which is a lot. Now, using the business impact and probability chart, we derive the risk map. And as you can see from the risk map, the risk is medium after computation by using the probability and business impact. These are the vulnerability of DDoS. Firstly, low threshold, mainly due to centralized of servers. Poor management, also due to users' credentials roles are wrongly distributed and assigned. Lastly, the bad practice of security measures such as the missing of firewalls, and perhaps the company should store their information on cloud. Mitigation for DOS. So how to mitigate? Firstly, we can either develop a distributed denial of service response plan. Next, maintain robustness of network architecture. Lastly, we can also deploy firewalls for sophisticated application attacks. Next risk we're talking about is internal threats. So according to Verizon's breakdown, there was 77% of internal breaches were deemed to be by employees, 11% by external factors, only 3% were from partners, and 8% involved in some kind of internal-external collision, which makes them hard to categorize. An annual DBIR report states that since 2010, internal attackers account for almost 1 in 5 successful breaches. Now, the scenario. So Johnny, as the junior accounts executive in Pride Point Bank, after not getting his yearly bonus and missed his promotion due to a change of organization structure last year, he decides to misuse his authority by selling staff credentials to external organizations for monetary benefit. His actions caused the staff to lose faith in the company's integrity and competency in safeguarding their personal data, leaving the company to having lesser staff and eventually corruption. The severity level has been rated 5, which is severe. As you can see, there are lots of, from the chart, there are lots of internal threats, attacks in company between 2018 to 2019. The probability rarity level has been rated moderate. As you can see from the pie chart, that the internet attack occurs almost once in a year. Using the business impacts and probability chart, we derive the risk mat again, and the risk mat indicates as low. Next, let's look at the vulnerability of internet threats. Firstly is due to deliberation of duty. Next, failed policies. And lastly, may also due to lack of visibility. And how do we mitigate? So we can increase the visibility, which means there will be more transparency, and protect critical assets, major assets such as like the user credential, password should be stored at a different server. And also reshaping the culture. We should also educate the staff so that the staff will feel more satisfied to work for the company, and that we can also help to prevent internal threats. Lastly, the third risk, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, also known as AI, also be applied by criminals to good effect to improve their targeting and social engineering of bank customers. Here's another scenario of AI. So due to the increase in customers, there is a requirement to increase the productivity in bank. Manpower are technically insufficient as it is impossible for staff to work overtime, especially at night. Therefore, Pride Point Bank decides to explore into getting robots to serve the customers. Just within a week, the profit margin increased by 20%. However, it has been identified by the cyber intelligence officer that the robot's misdirection causes accidental release of the company's confidential data to customers, which endangers the companies concurrently. The severity of the business impact has been rated severe, as according to the recent reports from Juniper and Frog, cyber criminals exposed 2.8 billion consumer data records in 2018, costing US organizations over a total of USD 654 billions. Next. And as for the reality, will be moderate. As shown by 2018, nearly 70% of businesses had experienced some form of cybersecurity attack. And with that, we derive the risk map, indicating the risk as medium. The vulnerability of AI. So it may due to internal sophisticated threats or complexity. Risk response, mitigation of AI. So these are the 3 methods we can follow. We can practice regular checks and analysis, reinforcement of controls, which means we restrict certain actions from the AI itself. And lastly, we should instill multi-factor authentication for AIs communicating with the customers. Thank you.